Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's MIAA State Tournament matchup between the Hull High School Pirates and your Maynard Tigers. Maynard High School is committed to maintaining the true spirit of competition in athletics. Please do your part by showing respect to every spectator, athlete, coach, and official involved in tonight's contest. Please refrain from using opinions, vulgar language on the officials, coaches, players, or administrative decisions. Please recognize good play by both teams and respect your opponents and their spectators. Now for tonight's starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. At forward, number 3, Christina Orpin. At guard, captain, number 5, Nina Tiani. At forward, number 11, Emily Punchard. At forward, captain, number 13, Lucy Peters. And at guard, number 55, Haley Laundergan. And coach, Dan Dale. Tonight's starting lineup for your Maynard Tigers. At forward, captain, number 1, Allie Roach. At guard, captain, number 4, Katie Briggs. At forward, number 10, Tessa Gilligan. At guard, captain, number 11, Jordan Mullen. And at guard, number 12, Nina Kyoto. And coach, Kristen Hobbs. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the singing of our national anthem by senior class member Gracie Gilligan. At this time, we ask you all for a moment of silence and prayer for the Ukraine people during these unsettling times of war in their country. Senior class member Gracie Gilligan.
Test. Welcome to basketball and WAVM. This is the matchup between the Hull Pirates and the Maynard Tigers. This is the state champion, this is the tournament for the state championship for Division 5, I believe. Maynard got the home game with a high seed. So the visiting Hull Pirates, who are in blue. Maynard is in white. We got playoff basketball for the true playoff basketball for the first time in 2 years. The last time the Maynard Tigers made a state tournament, they won the state championship, and that was right before the COVID season. So Maynard's going to win the tip. Jordan Mullen taking it to the right, getting it in the corner to Briggs. Briggs, bounce pass is going to get stolen by number 5, Nina Tiani. And Tiani is going to get met by Jordan Mullen at half, who passes it to Londrigan. Londrigan trying to get the ball inside. Ball's going to get tipped loose. Mullen on the fast break. Spins, reverses out, and they're going to reset on offense. Briggs has the ball, passing it back to Mullen. Mullen to Roche. Roche is going to get the ball to Mullen in the corner. Mullen trying to get it down low to Gilligan. Gilligan underneath the rim, and the first points are going to go towards Maynard. And Maynard coming out aggressive in a full court press. Something Maynard hasn't really come out in much throughout the season. So they're going to force a quick turnover and a little bit of a surprise move. Gilligan has the ball down low, driving, can't quite hit the shot. So Hull's going to take the ball up the court. Tiani's going to have the ball. She's going to pass it to Orpin. That's going to be a long three, and that's going to be an air ball underneath the rim. For the rebound is Londrigan. Londrigan reversing out. Hull's looking to reset. Tiani has the ball, passing it to Peters. Peters trying to get it down low, but Maynard doing a good job denying it. Floater, and the mid-range isn't going to fall. Who's going to come down with the jump ball, loose ball? Sorry, it's going to be Chiodo for Maynard. Chiodo on the fast break can't hit the shot. Grabs the second chance. Shot's going to be blocked underneath the rim by Hull, and there's going to be a foul on the court. So Gilligan's going to pick up a foul, and Maynard is going to get the first foul of the game. Early on here, it's 2-0 Maynard. Londrigan has the ball, and it's going to be stolen by Roach. Fast break opportunity underneath the rim. Can't quite hit the shot, but Maynard's creating a lot of turnovers early on. Hull trying to get it in the corner, and it's going to be tipped off of Mullen. It's going to be Hull ball on a long throw into the corner. So Hull will inbound the ball. Peters is going to inbound the ball to Londrigan in the corner, who gives it to Orpin. Orpin giving it to Tiani. Tiani trying to throw it across the court, and it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be Maynard ball, and the Hull coach doesn't look too happy about the play of Hull so far to open up the game. Crowd starting to trickle in, an unusual 4:30 start here, so a lot of parents might not be able to make the game. Maybe get out of work a little early because it is a Friday. Chiodo has the ball. Stops, pivots. Gonna get a bounce pass down low, and there's gonna be a foul. I believe the Hull coach is looking for something against Maynard. But we're gonna have a foul against number 13, Lucy Peters, and Gilligan is gonna get 2 shots at the line.
Her first foul. Team first.
So she'll have 2 shots at the line. First shot is up, and the first shot is good.
Gilligan shooting 2 for the Tigers.
So light crowd early on in the game, but I think you'll see more people show up as the game progresses. It is a very unusual start, and the second shot is good. Don't see too many games these days where it's still light out. Peters pass, I believe that was to Londrigan. Peters has the ball, trying to get it down low. It's going to go through the hands of Punchard, and Maynard's going to get the ball back. In the corner, that's Briggs. Long shot is going to be off, and Roche is going to come down with the rebound. Chiodo has the ball underneath the rim to Briggs, and Briggs can't quite hit the bank shot. And Maynard playing physical early on, setting the tempo early for what type of game it's going to be. Long 3-point shot is going to go. So that shot by Londrigan is going to cut the Maynard lead down to just 1. Chiodo has the ball. Going to get it into the corner to Briggs. Briggs passing it back to Chiodo. Chiodo dribbling, taking it to the middle. Looking to drive. Trying to get one up, but it was just a hard shot there, and it won't fall. Goes long. And Londrigan's going to take the ball, trying to get into the corner. Getting the ball back to Londrigan. Londrigan driving. And there's going to be a foul as she gets tripped up, I believe, by Mullen trying to drive. So
15 seconds.
Hull will get 2 shots here and a chance to take the lead depending on the results of these shots. First shot is up. That one's going to go. So Hull ties up the game with the first free throw of the trip.
Lonergan shooting 2 for the Pirates.
And number 25, Sylvia Smith, checks in for Katie Briggs. Second shot of this trip. And a chance for the lead for Hull is going to end up coming short, barely hitting the rim. And Mullen, the point guard, will get the play in and start this possession for Maynard. Smith has it. She's going to drive. Breakdown by Hull, but Maynard can't capitalize. Something's going on with that right side of the defense for Hull, from right side from my perspective, because they're just leaving that backdoor cut wide open. Smith is going to take the ball up, slowing down the possession. Mullen has it, driving. She's going to take one up. That's going to be short. So Maynard taking a little bit of a dry spell here. Mullen taking a hard fall. Roach going to give Maynard back the lead. If you've been watching Maynard basketball for a little while, you'll know that. I feel like that happens once a game. Mullen will just take a hard fall. Hull can't quite hit the shot. They're just pushing the tempo against Maynard's full court press defense. So Maynard's full court press has been surprisingly effective. It's a surprising move. Haven't really seen much of a full court press by Maynard. And number 13, Lucy Peters, will take the ball up the court for Hull, pushing the tempo, looking to drive. Tough shot, it's not going to go. Mullen's going to come down with the rebound. Maynard has an early 6-4 lead around halfway through the first quarter. Shot is blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be Maynard ball. Maynard's going to hold on to it. Sylvia Smith has the ball on the inbound. It's going to be short, loose ball, and Hull will come down with it. Orpin taking the ball up the court, giving it to Tiani. Tiani across to Landergun. Landergun blowing by her man. Long shot is going to end up resulting in a Maynard rebound. Maynard is going to slow down the tempo offensively. Mullen calling the play, getting it down low to Gilligan. Gilligan driving underneath the rim, and that shot's going to go. That's been one of Maynard's more effective plays the last couple of seasons. They've had 2 dominant big men. This year they have Gilligan, as Mullen's going to come down with the steal. Fast break. Can't quite hit the shot. And it's going to be good job on Maynard on pushing the tempo. But previous years they've had Haley Thompson, who's now, I believe, at Governor's Academy. So Maynard's had 2 dominant big men the last couple of years. Hull taking a drive, and that shot's going to go by Lucy Peters. And one of their favorite plays is just to, right around the free throw line, get the ball down low and then let them work underneath the rim. See if they go back to it here. Trying to drive. It's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be Hull's ball. Just lost a little bit of that sideline awareness on the baseline, and there's going to be a timeout on the court.
Timeout Maynard, their first timeout.
So Worley Yawn in the game. 2 minutes left in the first. It is 8-6 Maynard. Maynard taking a timeout.
Officials are Mr. Brian Duggan, Mr. Wayne Anderson, and Mr. Dan Tenori.
So both teams are going to make some adjustments. So far, it's been a pretty solid game. As we are playing music now and during the timeouts, which is new. But Maynard has a early 2-point lead. They did miss out on a couple of opportunities early. So that might be something that they look to capitalize as the game progresses. They've had a couple of good looks that just haven't been able to fall. Take advantage of some of Hull's mistakes early. So Hull's been looking on that front that the score is a little bit higher. Londergan has the ball. Trying to throw across the court to Peters. This is going to be stolen by Roach in the air. Roach driving, spinning, kicking out, getting the ball to Mullen. Mullen pulls up from mid, but it's going to be short. It's going to be a Hall rebound by Peters. So fast break. Smith trying to get back, trying to keep it in bounds, but unsuccessful is Orpin. Christina Orpin, as there are 2 Orpins on the team. For Hull, I should add, there's 2 Orpins on the team for Hull. Sylvia Smith has the ball. Passing the ball into the corner to Gilligan. Gilligan down low to Mullen. And that's going to be a travel, but there was contact. Might have, probably would have called it if they, I don't know, the feet were set, so they probably wouldn't have called it. Just a tough play, just met a brick wall there defensively. Hull has the ball. Decent ball movement so far. Hull has it, a long 3-pointer, and that's going to go from Londergan. So that's, her, I believe, her second long 3 of the game. So let's see if that is something that progresses throughout the game. If Maynard's going to have to clamp down on that, make that adjustment. I thought that ball might have gone out, but they're not. They're going to say it didn't. So Maynard's going to hold on to it. Gilligan driving to the left and a foul. So 2 shots at the line for Maynard and a chance for them to take the lead depending on the outcome of these free throws. Foul goes against Puncher.
11, Emily Puncher, her first foul, team second.
Just first free throw. Can't quite go, but Maynard still has an opportunity to tie it.
Shooting 2 for the Tigers.
Just looking at both teams, they're comparably sized. One team doesn't have a clear height advantage, and they're both pretty well built. I don't think either team has a weight advantage either. So it's going to be just mostly come down to skill. Long 3-pointer from Londergan's not going to fall, but Hull comes down with a second chance, and then Gilligan will come down with the rebound. So good defense here to end out the quarter as time's running out. Maynard should have the last shot. Smith has it, giving it to Gilligan in the corner. Gilligan giving it to Smith. Smith on a long mid-range. Whoa, won't go. That one was a suspenseful play there. Trying to get it down low in the corner. 3 to end it. Won't go. And that's going to end the quarter. So after 1, it is Maynard 9, Hull 9. So an evenly matched game so far between
In the first quarter, Maynard 9, Hull
2 evenly matched teams, I'd say. I think they're both teams of even skill. Well, this stream will probably get copy strikes now because we are playing Kanye. So that is something that the fine folks at WAVM will have to edit out. So don't be surprised is after this game is done that it disappears for a little while before coming back on because of the music that is being played at the moment. I do not control the music, and if I did, I wouldn't be playing Kanye just because his music is notoriously copyrighted. They're much more willing to actually take down the video than just leave it up and monetize it for themselves, which is whatever. So that that means this live stream might disappear for a little bit after it isn't live anymore. So Hull has the ball to start the second quarter. It is 9-9. Maynard and White going left to right as Roach pokes the ball loose. Trying to get it into the corner. Good closeout, but that shot might go in, and it does. That's Lucy Peters. So Hull with a long-range attack.
Number 13, Lucy Peters.
Something that's been a little bit of a struggle for Maynard is the 3-point shooting, so that could be a major factor in this game. Maynard doesn't really like to take a ton of 3-point shots. They like to grind it down low, work it into the paint, as there's a good bank shot there by Gilligan. So if you are a good 3-point shooting team, you might be able to shoot your way out of Maynard and just live with the physicality down low in the paint. Hull does have a 1-point lead. Good ball movement there. Peters, that shot is up and good. So another long 3-pointer. If I had to guess, not having watched a lot of Hull's games, that we have a team in Hull that can shoot the lights out from 3, and they have so far, as Peters and Londergan have just absolutely been fantastic from 3. Mullen gets fouled trying to shoot, so she'll get 2 shots at the line. the biggest deficit Maynard has seen so far, as they are down by 4 with 7 minutes left here in the quarter.
Fouls on number 3, Christina Orpin, her first foul. Team third.
So here's the first free throw. First free throw is up and it's good.
Jordan Mullen shooting 2 for the Tigers.
Mullen's second shot won't fall, but they do have a chance to come down with it, and they do. That is Roach, so a big... Oh! Let's see if Hull calls a timeout. They're not going to, so Hull will get the ball back despite Maynard getting a second chance opportunity, but a wild pass was going to result in a turnover either way, pretty much. Peters has the ball, throwing it across the court. That's slider gone. That 3 is good. So another long three-pointer.
3 by number 55, Haley Lonergan.
So I'm going to guess this is why Hull has gone as far as they have in the regular season, and I believe in the postseason too. Underneath the rim, shot won't go, but a third chance here. Roach baseline, passing it to Chiodo. Chiodo ball's going to poke loose. It's going to be Maynard ball. But Hull is I think they got to be one of the best three-point shooting teams, because they're not just shooting it at the arc, they're shooting it beyond the arc too, and they haven't missed many threes. Also a small sample size here in the first, but this team is just a fantastic shooting team so far. So we'll see how Maynard adjusts.
13, Lucy Peters, her second foul.
So Peters picks up her second foul. Maynard will inbound it from the baseline, sorry. And the mid-range shot by Gilligan won't fall. But good defense here by Maynard. Ball's going to go through her legs. Chiodo's going to get the ball. Oh, and a nasty play there. Oh, but couldn't finish underneath the rim. Briggs is going to come down with it. She's going to drive. That shot's going to be short. And there's going to be a foul against Chiodo, and it's going to be Hull ball. That is not fun to say. Hull's ball. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor by Hull.
Chiodo, her first foul. Team third. Pirates, their first timeout.
So far, the story of the game has been Maynard hitting a little bit of a cold streak, while Hull has been on fire, especially from three-point land. They've been hitting a couple of shots from well beyond the arc. I'll say they shoot really well. I think they might be the best three-point shooting team Maynard's faced so far. They face some decent three-point teams in their league. As the timeout's winding down. I will say one thing, the half day and the 2 games that really really made things a little bit tricky was we don't have our usual multi-camera setup, which is a little annoying. Hopefully in the future we will have that. I know at least the guys will have, if they obviously pending a win, we'll have a couple more games. Good close out there by Maynard. It's going to be a point of emphasis. Driving, that shot's going to be long. Hull's going to come down with the second chance, and that is Orpin underneath the rim with the shot.
Basket by number 3, Christina Orpin.
I think this is a Hull team they're not going to take a lot of mid-range shots. They want to drive, and they want to shoot threes, which can be really difficult because you have to close out fast, and you have to close out hard inside of this sort of zone defense that Maynard likes to run. There's a fast break. Potential chase down, no, and the shot's going to go by Tiani, and a timeout by Maynard. So Hull's three-point shooting and pretty good driving so far has given them the largest lead of the game by either team. 5 minutes left in the second. So Hull up 10, it's 22-12. Maynard came out pretty strong. Hull responded strong of their own, and now they're really starting to pull away from this game. Maynard might have to make some adjustments, maybe play a little bit of a looser zone defense and just not provide as much help on the drive or when the ball's on the other side of the court. so they have less space to close out to prevent some of these long three-point shots that Hull's been taking. Hull's done a fantastic job of being able to stretch the court, both horizontally and vertically, making it really difficult for the zone defense. And a good shooting team like Hull can make it really hard to run a zone defense, because the zone defense usually allows a lot more three-point shots. So a team like this that can hit them is going to result in open shots that they can make. That's why you'll see a lot of NBA teams that they don't think can shoot very much run a lot more zone compared to man. So let's see what Maynard does defensively, as Mullen misses the mid-range, but Roach comes down with the rebound, but the pass is going to be stolen. Londragon has the ball. Peters kicking it out to Tiani. Tiani to Orpin. Orpin back to Tiani. Tiani to Peters. Peters trying to get the ball back to Tiani. Tiani looking to drive. It's going to bounce off her foot. It's going to be loose. Roach is going to have the fast break, but they're going to slow down the tempo, trying to throw a bounce pass to Chiodo, but it's going to be stolen. Fast break here for Hull. Smith couldn't quite close out as the contested shot goes in underneath the rim by Londragon. Oh, sorry, Orpin. Londragon with a fantastic pass down the court. And Hull is just doing everything right. Maynard, not so much. They're creating turnovers. They're hitting their shots. They're creating fast break opportunities, and they're also hitting them. Good defense there by Roach. It's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be Maynard ball. So you're watching Tiger Basketball on WAVM. I'm your commentator, John Bidet. We've got the boys team in front of me, so every once in a while one of them will look back and just, maybe give me a smile or a wave or something. I think it's funny. And there's going to be a travel against Chiodo. So Maynard just not playing great here in the second. Hull really pulling away as they have double the amount of points as Maynard, as they're up 24-12 with 3 minutes left in the second. And that pass is going to be stolen. Loose ball. Maynard comes down with it. Chiodo on the fast break. And there's going to be foul from behind. And Orpin not too happy about the foul. And there is movement on the Hull bench. As number 22, Ellie Thomas, is going to check into the game.
Orpin, her second foul. Team fifth.
So here is the first free throw by Chiodo. Free throw is up and free throw is good. So Ellie Thomas will check into the game for Orpin. A couple of the Hull players are in a little bit of foul trouble for where we are in the game. A couple of them have two, I believe have two, one might have 3 fouls. So it is something to look out for, but Hull has been relatively clean. Maynard comes down with the rebound, so they're going to get a second chance after only making 1. Let's see if they can convert on it. Last time they had this, it resulted in a turnover. Gilligan underneath the rim trying to get a Chiodo, but good closeout by Hull. They're going to get a third chance now. Ball's going to be poked loose, and it's going to be Hull ball, as much to the dismay of the Maynard student section. I'm not sure who would hit off of last, but both teams backed away, and the rest got to make that up. Either way, one side's not going to be happy, so you just got to make a call, and you just sort of got to live with it. Stick by your word. Hull has it. Tiani looking for someone. He's going to get it down low to number 11, Punchar. Punchar is going to kick it out. 3 points not going to go. A little bit of hard contact after the three-pointer by Thomas, but it was just good closeout. Wasn't anything nefarious. Mullen looking to drive, trying to kick it out, and it's going to be out of bounds. And it's going to be, say it was tipped, it's going to be Maynard ball. So I did notice that Gavin Mancini has a McLovin towel, I think. I think that's pretty funny. And they're going to call a carry, so it's going to be Hull ball. So Maynard just not playing great so far. They're just sloppy with the ball, sloppy with their feet, resulting in a couple of turnovers, and Hull has been quick to capitalize on it so far. Thomas has the ball. Bounce pass to Tiani. Tiani into the corner. Peters driving baseline, and it's going to be stolen by Chiodo, who passes it to Mullen. Chiodo's great defender, especially at just jumping the lanes. She gets a lot of steals for this Maynard team. Chiodo looking to drive, and there's going to be a foul. 2 shots at the line for Maynard. And a chance to capitalize, and they really need these points here. They've gone 1 for 2, I believe, the last 2 trips they were at the line.
Emily Puncher, her second foul. Team 6.
So, movement on the Hull bench. And that first free throw was good by Chiodo. So number 20, Fallon Ryan. And number 3, Christina Orpin, both check into the game for Hull. Here's Chiodo's second free throw. And that free throw is good. So Maynard cuts down the lead to just 9 points with a hair under 2 minutes left in the quarter. Ryan has the ball. Getting into the corner to Thomas. Thomas, ball's going to get stolen. Maynard's going to, no, they're not going to steal the ball right back. Gilligan has it. Defender's on the ground. Smith has it. Passing it to Mullen. Mullen looking for someone. She's going to find Chiodo down low underneath the rim, and they just can't capitalize on those shots. They're getting open looks. Just nothing's falling for them. Peters kicking the ball out. Thomas, and that 3 is going to be blocked. A loud block, too, at that. So that could be a little bit of a momentum changer here for Maynard. In the corner, Chiodo has it, looking to drive underneath the rim, and that shot's going to go.
Basket line number 12, Nina Chiodo.
So the crowd loving it here. Hall has it. Londergan passing it to Ryan. Ryan back to Londergan. Londergan's going to pass it to Ryan. Ryan looking to drive, kicking the ball out. Under a little bit in the corner. That's going to be a long 2. It's going to be long. But it's going to be a rebound by Orphan. Orphan kicking the ball out. They're going to get it to number 13. That number 13, Lucy Peters, but the 3 won't fall. More defenders on the ground. Just Chiodo has it, trying to get it down low to Smith. Ball's going to be poke loose, pulling up for mid-range. Not going to fall. It's going to be out of bounds, and Hall's going to get it back. Shot clock winding down. Last shot here. That's not going to... Oh, it will go off, but it's not going to be close. So, at the end of 2, it is Hull 24, Maynard 17. The story of the game so far has been Hull's 3-point shooting. They have shot the lights out from 3. Been very efficient from... I would love to see the... I don't have a statistician with me or anything like that. So I'd love to know what their numbers are looking like 3-point wise. Maynard came out of the gate strong, but really cooled off a ton towards the end of the first and throughout the second, playing a little sloppy, turning the ball over a little bit. And Hull's been quick to capitalize on it. They've had a couple open looks, but they haven't been able to capitalize on it so far. So both teams going into the half. Both teams will make some adjustments. Maynard down by 7, 24-17. I'm your commentator, Jean Madej. You're watching basketball on WAVM. I'll be with you at the start of the third period. Welcome back to Tiger Basketball on WAVM. I'm your commentator, John Madej. We've got playoff basketball here between the Hull Pirates and the Maynard Tigers. Your Maynard Tigers at that, since we are a Maynard-based radio station. So Maynard will start with the ball here in the second half. They are down by 7 and looking to quickly get back into the game. There's a loose ball. It's going to be Maynard ball. They're going to say that Hull touched it last. Mullen has it for the inbound. Getting it down low to Gilligan. Gilligan driving baseline underneath the rim. Oh, won't go in. And there's going to be a, I believe, out of bounds. It's going to go against Maynard. Hull has it. Lonergan, bounce pass to Tiani. Tiani getting the ball right back from Peters. Peters to Lonergan. And it's going to be stolen by Chiodo. Chiodo is going to stop. Bounce pass to Gilligan. And that mid-range shot's not going to go, but Maynard's going to get a second chance. Gilligan driving balls. Poke loose. It's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a Hull. It's going to be Hull's ball off the Maynard turnover. Just more examples of Maynard getting opportunities, just not quite capitalizing, coming up just a little bit short. Long three-pointer by Peters. Shot's not going to be off. One of the few missed threes she's had in this game, and she's been shooting pretty efficiently so far, looking to drive, but meeting traffic by Maynard. Out of bounds, Maynard ball, as number 11, Emily Punchard, couldn't keep it in. The one thing about this Maynard zone defense is trying to move the ball through the middle of the court is very difficult. And that mid-range is going to be way off by Mullen. Any sort of trying to drive up the middle, the ball is going to get swarmed. The defense is going to collapse on you. It's going to be very difficult to pass the ball out because they're also quick to then get back to their defender. Ball's a little bit high on the pass. It's going to be poke loose. It's going to be a kick ball against Roach. So Maynard will not gain possession of it. Hull will inbound it. Tiani has the ball, passing it to down low, kicking the ball out. Shot clock winding down in the corner. Oh, a nice little no-look pass. Peters from 3. Can't quite hit the shot. Second chance opportunity. Foul and 1. And the Hull faithful is pretty happy about that play. That foul is going to go against Tessa Gilligan.
Tessa Gilligan, her second foul. Team first.
So here's the free throw by Peters. That was a pretty nice little no-look pass by Hull. Just good awareness of knowing where your teammate's going to be. There was nothing wrong with that pass. It was right on the money. Just couldn't quite hit the three-pointer, but she grabbed the rebound, drove, and hit the and one. Baseline drive. Ball's going to be tipped loose, and it's going to be Maynard ball as it went off a Hull defender last. Mullen inbounding it to Gilligan. Gilligan shot looked like it might have been blocked. So Hull has possession of it, pushing the tempo a little bit. Looking to drive, and that floater is going to go.
Basket by number 13, Lucy Peters.
So Peters scores there, and the Hull lead is now up to 12. In the corner, Briggs driving baseline. Shot is up, not going to go. And it's going to be Maynard ball. And we're going to have a substitution for Maynard, as Sylvia Smith checks into the game for Katie Briggs, trying to get it to Gilligan. And that's going to be a jump ball. And Hull will have the possession arrow, so they get the ball back.
Possession. Correction. Hull possession.
So Tiani will take the ball up the court for Hull. Maynard communicating on defense. Alfred has the ball. It's going to be a travel. So Maynard will get the ball back on the turnover. A little bit of a slower start to the third quarter. A lot more action in the first two. Well, if you're a Hull fan, a ton of action in the second, as there's a loose ball. Chiodo's going to take it right back after the initial steal by Hull. Mullen driving underneath the rim to Roche, and that shot's going to go. So Maynard cuts the lead down to back to 10. On the steal, driving down low to Smith, and that's going to be a foul. So 2 shots at the line for Maynard. So the first free throw of the trip for Smith. First shot is up. Just missed.
Shooting 2 for the Tigers.
A little bit off. Here is the second shot of this trip, and it's going to be good. Maynard loves going 1 for 2 on these free throw trips. But they cut the lead down to 9, so they're starting to claw their way back in there. Slowly chipping away at the big Hull lead that was built up throughout the second period. Cross-court pass, a long three-pointer by Lonergan. Sorry, long two-pointer by Lonergan, but the shot doesn't fall. Maynard's going to come down with the rebound. This Hull team can pass the ball very efficiently, too. I think that's been a big reason for their success from the three-point area. As Gilligan comes down with the rebound, fighting through contact. Shot is up and good. So a very tough shot falls. But Hull's ability to pass the ball across court, a rare sight to see in basketball, because they're able to do it efficiently, and there's going to be a foul against Hull. But they've been able to pass the ball across the court, also on fast breaks down the court. A very good skill to have, especially with the amount of three-point shooters that they have on this team. They're able to really manipulate the Maynard zone defense by getting everyone almost on one side of the court, forgetting about the man in the corner, throwing it across the court, resulting in open three-point attempts. As off the inbound, off the inbound play, if you missed it, Maynard tried inbounding. It was tipped off a Hull defender, and then the inbound man, Sylvia Smith, tipped it last. As currently, the Maynard varsity coach, Coach House, is talking with the other Coach House for the varsity team, so the pair of coaches talking it over. Coach House giving a little bit of advice to Coach House. Good kick out there. Peters' long three-point shot's going to be short, so Maynard, they're doing a good job. They're starting to go on a run. Oh, that was a little bit of a wild shot. Long cross-court pass there to Hull. Good closeout. And that's going to be loose for Hull, but Hull's able to hold on to it. And there is a foul, and I believe that's going to be 2 shots at the line. So let's see if the adjustment suggested by House will work out for Maynard. Well, they've been playing a lot better in the third. There's the first free throw by Peters is good.
Peters shooting 2 for the Pirates.
And there's the second shot. And it looks like the rowdy Maynard student section is being rowdy as usual, and I don't think the Hall coach likes it, and I don't blame him. I'm surprised you didn't hear more complaints about other coaches.
Basket by number 3, Christina Orpin.
The Maynard student section isn't particularly kind, I guess is the best way to put it, as Hall's lead is back up to 11. Roach has it, fakes a baseline drive, trying to get it down low to Mullen. Ooh, and a nice little play there, deking out the defender.
Basket by number 11, Jordan Mullen.
A good move there. If I had to guess, I'm not going to say the name, but I can easily guess who was causing most of the mayhem probably in that Maynard student section. If you know anything about the Maynard student section, it should be pretty easy to figure out who it is. Mullen passing it to Chiodo. Chiodo to Roach. Roach pulling up from mid-range. Shot won't fall. Hall's going to come down with the rebound. Fast break opportunity, but they're going to slow down the tempo. They do have a 9-point lead with under 2 minutes left in the third. Long three-pointer is not going to fall. And that's going to be out of bounds. And we're going to have a timeout on the court by Maynard.
Timeout Maynard, their third timeout.
So Maynard starting to claw back a little bit, but every time it looks like they're about to get right back into the game, Hall was responding, holding off this Maynard attack. So after the timeout, Maynard will have the ball. Gilligan has it. Getting it down low to Chiodo. Chiodo in the middle, getting it out to Smith. Smith bounce pass to Gilligan. Gilligan back to Smith. Chiodo has it, looking to drive. And that is going to be a blocked shot by Hull. Long three-pointer is going to be short. Maynard's going to come down with the rebound. That's going to be a jump ball. Maynard does have the possession arrow.
Jump ball, Maynard possession.
The one thing that is kind of good to see is that there are 3 refs for this game. Most of the games have had 2 refs, so the officiating I think has been a lot better. They're letting, and that mid-range is blocked by Hull. And Chiodo's going to have it. But the officiating has been pretty solid in this game. I think having more eyes definitely helps. Less responsibility for each player. Each ref. Long three-pointer by Briggs is going to be out of bounds against Maynard. So Hull will get the ball. And there's going to be a foul as the quarter is expiring, so the hopes for Maynard are looking slim, but a big run could put them right back into the game. But Hull's just been able to stop any sort of incoming attack by Maynard. as there's going to be 2 shots at the line by Thomas. And that first free throw is up, and it's not going to go.
Ball is on number 14, Maddie Morgan, her first foul. Team third.
So here is the second free throw by Thomas. And that shot's... So it's going to be off of the... I believe they're going to call a football against whatever... it hit the foot of the Hall defender, so it's going to be Maynard ball with 18 seconds left. So Maynard should have the last shot of the half. You have time to set something up, so make it a good shot. Trying to get it down low to Smith. Smith reversing out, a little bit of a hook shot. Maddie Morgan getting it back to Smith. Smith can't quite hit that shot. And it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be Hall ball. So Hall, interesting strategy. Shot clock winding down. That's going to be way off. But a smart play by...
third quarter, Maynard 24, Hall 33.
Smart play by Hall. Roll the ball down the court. The shot clock and the game clock don't go. So give yourself that time. Just pick it up and just sort of... You have enough time. 1.5 seconds is plenty of a time to just pick the ball up and take a half-court shot. But that half-court shot was way off. So as we go into the fourth, it's crunch time for Maynard and for Hall. Hall has a big opportunity to put the game away and end Maynard's season in the state, as this is play for the state championship. Hall has just had a fantastic run so far in this game, but the scoring has slowed down for Hall a little bit in the third. They were very, very efficient in the second. Scoring slowed down a little bit. Maynard came out strong, and I mean, in the first quarter, like the first half of the first quarter was pretty good for them. But they've been a little bit slow. They've been up and down. But Hall has just been efficient throughout. But overall, I think the pace and the tempo of the game has slowed down a lot. I think that's what Hall was looking for, just sort of control the game, let it grind down. Maynard is, though, a physical team. They sort of like... I think they would... This isn't a situation with the score to be in this... But where you want to just grind out the game and be more physical. But that's what Maynard likes. But being down by 9, not necessarily the ideal time to do it. Trying to drive. Chiodo shot won't go. Maynard comes down with the rebound. And one on the floor. So Gilligan will have a chance to cut the lead down to... Cut the lead down to 6 with this free throw. Here's the free throw on the and one by Gilligan. It's not going to fall. Morgan making sure she doesn't grab the foul. Lonergan has the ball, getting a screen by Punchard. And then a bounce pass to Tiani. Tiani getting a screen by Lonergan, taking it into the middle. And that's going to be a travel. It's going to be Maynard ball. So the Maynard crowd is happy about that one. In the Maynard student section is starting to pick up as it gets a little bit later on in the day. And we're going to have a substitution. Ali Roach is going to check in for Sylvia Smith for Maynard. So Maynard cutting the lead down to just 7 points. Plenty of time left in the fourth. There's still 7 minutes left to come back in this game. So the big lead that Hall has had is I don't think it's necessarily going to be enough. It could be, but Mullen going up for the shot. She's going to get fouled. But a big run by Maynard could put them right back into the game and potentially give them the lead.
Fouls on number 55, Haley Lonergan, her second foul.
As this the last couple of possessions could be the start of a Maynard run.
Jordan Mullen shooting 2 for the Tigers.
So the first shot by Mullen is going to go. So that cuts the Maynard lead down to, the Maynard deficit down to 6. If you're in the Hall faithful, you might be getting a little bit worried. as that free throw is going to be short. So Maynard going 1 for 2 again from the line. Something they've done multiple times. And I think something that might be hurting them a little bit. And there's a foul against Maynard. I think it's definitely something that hurt a little bit. Not going to say it's the end-all be-all for Maynard. But those extra points might make this game a little, will make the score look a little bit different. And a good play there by Roach to deny the pass, something Maynard's been very good at. Hall has the ball. Oh, and a good play there, driving, and 1 for Hall. That's Christina Open. So she hits the layup, draws the contact, and a chance to put the lead up to 9 points for Hull. Free throw is up, and the free throw is good. Just Hull's been able to shoot from just about anywhere. The free throw line, the three-point line, down low underneath the rim. And they've done a good job of keeping the ball from not going down low, and when it did, just swarming to it and, taking away Maynard's favorite shot, which is underneath the rim. Maynard is not a big three-point shooting team, so pack down low. Driving, going up at the mid-range, and that shot's not going to fall, but Hall comes down with a second chance opportunity. Another no-look pass, and that shot's also not going to go, but this third chance opportunity by Lucy Peters falls. So Hall now has an 11-point lead. Mullen kicking it out to Chiodo. Chiodo to Morgan. Morgan to Roach. Roach trying to get it underneath. Ball's poke loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be Hall ball. And there's a substitution on the floor for Maynard as number 3, Ella Rowe, checks in for Maddie Morgan. So 6 minutes left. Maynard's hopes are looking kind of dim, down by 11. They need a big run just about now. And the shot clock didn't reset. And, of course, Maynard having issues with the clock as usual. I don't think there's been a game where we haven't had some sort of issue with it. I don't know why, but it feels like once a game at least. And there's a hard screen there by Orpern as she's going to get the ball driving underneath the rim, and it's going to go. That's number 11, Emily Punchard. Good little pick and roll play there for Hull. They've just been in control of most of the game ever since the second period. Gilligan trying to drive, but lost possession of the ball for a split second, and that's enough for Hull to close out and deny the shot. In the corner, driving baseline, and that shot's way off by Peters. Maynard on the fast break, getting it to Roach. Roach pulling up. Bank shot won't fall. And the Hull coach telling them to, hey, slow down the tempo, grind the game out, trying to drive in a funky-looking shot, but it almost went in, and the second chance does by number 11, Emily Punchard. So Maynard's season isn't looking so great right now. Down by 15. It's just been a rough go of it here in this game. They ran into a team that could shoot well, and they have, and Maynard hasn't been able to hit the efficient shots that they usually do underneath the rim. And Tull's done a good job of just really denying the ball from getting down low in the first place, and when it does, they're swarming to it and making it difficult to hit the shots that Maynard likes to hit. So let's just, I feel like this is Maynard's, like, out of all the opponents Maynard could have played from a schematic standpoint, this is one that I don't think Maynard wanted to face. Just sort of the exact opposite of their team looking to stretch the ball. Just really stretch the ball, stretch the court. Both teams have had good ball movement, but they're trying to do different things with the ball movement. So Maynard's season, with around 5 minutes left, is not looking too hot at the moment. They really need a big run if they want to So Maynard has the ball. Mullen denying the three-point shot. Long three by Rowe. That's going to be short. Who comes down for the rebound? It's going to be Hall. As Landergan has the ball, slowing down the tempo. You have a whole 30 seconds. You got to use all 30 seconds, or at least get close to it. But you still got to hit those. Still got to hit those shots. And there's going to be a foul against Maynard. It just looks like their feet got tangled. Mullen doesn't look too happy about that foul. I don't think Coach House is either. So just a rough physical play. You know what happens when you're a physical team like that. You're gonna get more fouls. Long two-pointer is not gonna go by Hull. Mullen. Maynard needs to push the tempo. Mullen has the ball after getting the pass by Roach. Rowe has it. Any open shot, you just got to take it at this point. You got to use the time. You don't have a lot of time left. You see a shot, you just got to take it. And Hall's doing a great job of just denying the shot. Gilligan trying to work down low, and there's a travel. Not what Maynard needed right now, down 15 with 3.5 minutes left. So just a rough game so far, and a rough half by Maynard. They look like they might have been able to claw right back into it, but they haven't been able to. And it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be Maynard ball as it went through the hands of number 13, Lucy Peters. Just not looking great right now for Maynard. And, you hate to see it as a Maynard, as a Maynard student, as there's a wild pass. It's going to be Hull's ball. Just, it's been a good, and there's going to be a timeout by Hull, but it's been a good season for Maynard so far. I mean, when you remember the players Maynard has lost to other schools in this class, like they lost two really good players in Claire Candela and Haley Thompson to private schools. Those are those prep schools in Massachusetts. So that definitely changes the picture of this team. But Maynard's been able to just, for the most part, they've been able to overcome that challenge. And it sucks that, Maynard's first playoff game, it didn't go the way that they wanted it to. But you can't deny the fact that Hull's just played great, and they're a very good team. They may not be the biggest team. We've definitely seen some teams with more size, but they definitely do a good job of closing out on defense. They can match you physicality-wise, and most importantly, they just hit their shots. They're very, very good at shooting. There's very few shots I don't think this team can't make, and they're willing to shoot those shots. A lot of those three-pointers early on in the game, they were shooting from well beyond the arc. I think this might be the best three-point shooting team Maynard has faced, and Maynard has struggled against those teams that deny the ball down low. And they've also struggled against teams that have been able to stretch the floor and shoot threes, and Hull is a team that's done both, and it's definitely showing up on the scoreboard. Peters passing the ball to Tiani. Tiani just reversing out, holding on to the ball. Shot clock winding down, looking to drive. Mid-range isn't going to go. There was a little bit of contact. Maynard pushing the fast break. Bounce pass to Chiodo. Chiodo will hit his shot. So Maynard's got to start pressing up, getting up in their face, start trying to create some chaos, create some turnovers, and there they go. So could this be the start of the run for Maynard? Shot doesn't go. Second chance doesn't fall. Third chance won't fall. Fourth shot gets a foul. So depending on the results of the free throw, perfectly fine outcome if you're Maynard.
Falls on number 5, Nina Tiani, her second foul. Team 5th.
The first shot by Mullen won't go, so just
Jordan Mullen shooting 2.
Just based on the trends of this game, Mullen will probably make this free throw, as they've gone 1 for 2 on just about every attempt so far. There you go, makes the second one, so another 1 for 2 trip from the free throw line. Just a rough night for Maynard and a great night by Hall. Hate to see it so early on in the playoffs, but that's what happens. Chiodo, and there's going to be a foul, but that was a tenacious block by Hall. A little bit of a hard fall, but
Falls
That was
at number 3, Christina Morgan. Her
good hustle
third
play, but
foul.
great hustle play by Hall.
Team 6. Team Kyoto shooting 2 for the Tigers.
So here's the second free throw. Second free throw by Chiodo. First one was good. The second one was good. Hey, they actually made 2 of 2. They didn't go 1 for 2 from the free throw line. I mean, it's a little late, but Maynard going into the full court press. Hey, they might get a... Oh, it slips around the screen. There's going to be a foul. In this case, I mean, fouls like that, you know, you'll take them. They're not ideal. They're not ideal per se, but, you know.
Number 11, Jordan Mullen, her 4th foul.
So Maynard is
Team
in the...
7.
Maynard and Hull are both in the bonus, so they're in a 1+1. So if they make the first one, they will get the second. If they miss the first one, it's essentially come down with the rebound to see what happens from there. First free throw isn't going to go. Out of bounds, Maynard ball. Mullen down low, good play there. So now Maynard starting to get going on offense. 2 minutes left, maybe they can come down. They're only down by 8, so a run could, you never know what could happen on this run. Oh, and a nice play, but they couldn't quite finish. Hall is just hanging back on defense, preventing the fast break. Mullen can't quite hit the shot. It's going to be poke loose. It's going to be Maynard ball. They're going to say it was tipped off of a Hull defender. So let's see what's a quick 3. Mullen. It's going to be an air ball. Maynard going into their full court press, something they came out, start the game, and they're going to end the game. And ooh, a hard fall by Hull. And Landrigan came in like a missile, trying to poke that ball loose, getting a little full physical at the end of the stretch. It's going to be, oh, and they're going to give it to Hull. Ooh, that's a tough call. The rest are getting together, and they're going to say no, Maynard ball. And there's going to be a timeout by the Hull coach. So Maynard faithful happy about that call there at the end. And the Maynard faithful has something to cheer about here towards the end. A minute left in the game. There still is room for a comeback. We've seen plenty of comebacks throughout the season from both the boys and the girls team. So Maynard, I mean, there is a chance. I don't think the chance is very high. This isn't a team that's necessarily designed to come down, shoot their way out of a deficit. They're just not a team they're a team that's built to pound you down low, make those physical shots, something which they haven't been really able to do so far throughout the game. But they're just not they can't shoot threes. But they're not a team that I think wants to, and they're not a team that is necessarily built for shooting threes in the way that Hull is. I think if Hull was down by 8 in this situation, they would have much better of a chance just because of the way the team is built. Mullen kicking it out, long 2-pointer, won't fall. Who's going to come down off the rebound? It's going to be Hull. There's going to be a jump ball situation. I believe Maynard has the possession arrow.
Jump ball, Maynard possession.
So a minute left in the game. If I'm Maynard, I'm trying to get the ball to Mullen, let her shoot a 3-pointer. Gilligan has it. Getting it to Chiodo. Chiodo driving baseline. And that bank shot's going to go.
12,
Maynard pushing the tempo, full court press. They need a turnover. Hull is just going to deny. You might want to go to a trap. Try to trap the person with the ball. And it's going to be a foul against Hull. So a 6-point game. Maynard could come back. What do I know? I might not know. I don't really know what I'm talking about sometimes. And well, let's hope this is one of those things here. Maynard does come back. Mullen giving it to Roach. Roach driving, trying to get it down low. Gilligan shot good. So clock's winding down. A 4-point game. Maynard needs a quick turnover. I'd go for a trap. Trap the ball. Trap the person with the ball. So Maynard opting not to foul. They're going to let Hall grind the clock out, and there's a foul. I would have fouled a little. I think the boys' team in the corner had the right idea. This is sort of a foul situation. Trap them early and deep into their backcourt. If you can force the ball out, that's good. But if they get the ball into your side, that's when you just want to. That's when you just want to foul, because they're just going to hold on to the ball like they were, grind the clock down, and now you went from potentially 30 seconds to 13 seconds. And that free throw's not going to go. It's going to be a kick ball, and Maynard will get the ball back. Whoever's on the clock better be very sure that they get those last couple seconds. If I'm Mullen, you need to chuck one up now. Oh, you're going down low. They can't hit it. And that might be the ball game, and that's going to be the season for Maynard, as Hull will advance to the second round if they fight off a late Maynard comeback. As Maynard can't quite overcome Hull's three-point shooting early on in the game. That was the story of it. Sadly, an end for this Maynard season. I don't think some of the Maynard players are too happy about it. I think some of them are kind of mad, but Adam said something to the mic, not quite sure what he said, but it's just it sucks to see this Maynard. This is a Maynard team, got a lot of great kids on this team, and you hate to see them lose in the fashion that they did. It was a close game. They had a nice, valiant comeback late, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. So that was the story of the game for Maynard, just trying to get the ball down low.
Just a reminder that everyone must leave the gym prior to the next game. If you've bought a ticket, go out the exit here, just come around and come back in the front door. Everyone must leave the gym. Thank you.
So everyone must leave the gym. Luckily for me, I'm part of the WAVM staff, so I don't have to. So this is great for me. So everyone's leaving the gym en masse. I'm probably going to leave in a little bit, maybe grab some food. I'm John Bidet. You're watching WAVM basketball. You're watching Tiger basketball on WAVM. The guys' game is up next, and we will be back at the start of that game, a little bit before the start of that game. I'm John Bidet, watching basketball on WAVM. I'll see you soon for the second part of the basketball doubleheader here in Maynard.
spectators. Now tonight's starting lineup for the visiting Knights. At guard, number 2, Captain